Middle of the room, Steve.
Zdeno, could you just tell us what you'll miss if, in fact, Grzelcyk is out of the lineup, what you miss with him being out?
Who?
With Matt Grzelcyk being out.
Well, definitely Matt is a player that we rely on. Skating pucks out of the zone. He's a great puck mover, and he sees the ice well. It's very unfortunate that he's not with us, but we believe that he's gonna recover fast, and we have obviously good enough players in our system that will fill that role.
Left side, second row, Tom.
David, you've been back here a couple of times in the regular season. What do you think it'll be like tomorrow, being back in this situation? And can you appreciate maybe what it means for this city for what it's going to be like tomorrow?
I expect it to be like a road playoff game tomorrow. I think I'm past the point of the soft and fuzzies. I think we had those moments in my returns prior, regular season moments, where you could really soak that in. But it's all business now, and yeah, you see the buzz around town. You know what this means to a place that's 49 years since the last finals occurred here, and you see how much it means. But at the same time, we're focused on what our group needs to do in a pivotal Game 3. That we need to respond and react and adjust the way that they did after losing Game 1. We need that similar reaction after losing Game 2.
Right side, second row.
Zdeno, Coach just talked about how confident he is on the top offensive line to contribute more in Game 3. You've been around these guys for a long time, specifically Bergeron and Marsh. And what do you see in them that gives you confidence they'll deliver tomorrow?
They're just so committed. They compete, and I'm confident and pretty sure that they will respond. They've done it for us all season long, throughout the whole playoffs. They just the ability to always drive and be better, and I think that's just the nature for all of those guys to be where they're at. They're the top line for a reason, and I'm sure they're gonna be much better.
Front left.
David and Z, you guys are older players. That being said, I'm not saying you're old because you're younger than me, but you're closer to the ends of your career than the beginning. Is there an extra sense of urgency knowing how tough it is to get to the final and to get it done?
I guess you said my name first, so I'll take the first crack at it. I don't know that you need extra urgency when you're in the NHL Finals. It's you or your opposition for the ultimate prize, and to win your last game of the year and be that team standing on top of the mountain. And we're in that position. We're in a 1-1 series. We've got Game 3 tomorrow night, and we're going to focus on that and pour everything we have into it. And then, however that turns out, worry about Game 4 after that. But we can't get ahead of ourselves. We can't worry about what's going to happen later. We got to worry about Game 3, and that's what's on the forefront. Extra urgency. I think, beating the guy that's against you, opposite of you, and winning your battle each time you're on the ice. That's what our micro focus needs to be. The macro stuff will sort itself out after it's all said and done.
Z, what about you? This is the third time for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's regardless of age, you have to appreciate that you are in the position that you are. It's a big stage. It's the position that you want to be in, and I think that there doesn't need to be extra motivation for us, because we are a little bit older than other guys to I don't know, maybe put pressure on us. You just gotta realize that that's where you are. You gotta do your best, and I think that it's enough motivation just as it is.
We'll do a few more standing up on the left side.
Zdeno, when you look at the most recent track record how the Blues got here and the injuries that the teams they've played have had to deal with because of their physicality, and now Grizz has suffered an injury, do you need to prepare yourself? Do you need to be a bit more on guard, knowing that they're going to push that boundary when it comes to physicality?
We prepare the same way for every game. We knew they would respond. They did. They play physical. They play heavy. We just gotta focus on what we can do and how we can respond better and be better.
Right side.
For both of you, and Zdeno, will start with you. You mentioned that you have guys who are more than capable to step in whenever they might need to, and we might see that. Just how difficult is it to be next man up mindset, and for the guys who might be stepping in, and as teammates, how do you support them in that effort?
Well, I think that we had that happen to us a number of times this season. Very early on, I think it was in November, we probably lost three regulars on the back end and probably 2 or 3 regulars on up front, and each time we had guys really stepping up, playing big minutes and big roles, and did a great job for the team, and I think that it's not any different this time. We saw it in the playoffs a number of times. Guys played big, really did answered some of the questions that we are answering today, that how they're gonna be. They always responded well, and this team always relied on the depth that we have.
Front right.
David, what does 5 Acres Animal Shelter mean to you, and how have, I guess, you continued to help that place since leaving St. Louis?
Appreciate the non-hockey question for a change. That's a place that we sort of blossomed our charitable work with the four-legged friends that we've continued to do now. A place that was close to closing their doors when we got involved, and not that it was only us, but a bunch of great, kind-hearted people turned that place into now a trendsetter, a standard bearer of animal rescue, no-kill shelter. Place in St. Charles that's doing awesome work for dogs and cats and companion animals. Continuing going forward, we started to branch off a little bit in the last few years of my time in St. Louis, where we started our own charity called Athletes for Animals, where we are a support organization raising funds and trying to network athletes to combine with local animal shelters, animal welfare organizations in their area to further the work that they're doing and give them a louder voice through their amazing platform in professional sports. So we still have granted them funds since then and still follow the great work they're doing.
We'll do one more question, left side, standing up, Alex.
Zdeno, over here. The little small group conversations you'll have with guys during the course of a game, before a face-off, during a TV timeout, why are those effective forms of communication for you as a leader?
Just to have everybody on the same page.
Or when you're going into those, or what do you
Sorry?
what do you try to talk to them about? Like what are you looking for throughout the
If
course of a
there-
game?
Well, whether we win or lose the face-off, how are we gonna play? That situation. Yeah.
Sometimes dinner the night before, plans after the game.
David, have you met a leader who kind of converses with guys throughout the course of a game, like Zdeno, like he does there?
Yeah, I think it's a telltale sign of a guy that's in touch with all the guys and checking on them, and you've got to be prepared for each face-off, just like Z said. And it's a time for him to look our guys in the eyes and get a barometer on where we're at and what we need. And he does a very fine job, and big reason we're here right now.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.